Here we are again. We on a walk. It's funny. Um, I listened back to these actually a couple times. Right after I'm done, I listen to them, and then right after I do the little edit, I have to like put it in some software on my computer and add a picture so I can upload to YouTube. So I listen to it one more time before I do that, and it's so funny because there's like vlogs, where people share their lives, what they're doing, whatever, man. We all got little different niches and things that we like to do, and we find our tribe by sharing. So it's like I watch so many different vlogs sometimes, and it's like, yo, this is straight up like an audio vlog. We're not gonna call it a podcast though, because that's something totally different. This is not that. I promise you, it's kind of like a journal almost in a way, and hopefully it's constructive at the end of the day. Yo, this is I don't know. This one might be pretty long. I'll try to keep it under 30 minutes though. I'll try to keep it under 20. Really, I'm actually out walking right now. I'm at the middle school here in the city that I'm at. They got a nice field and a nice track, and I like to come out here and walk on the weekends, especially when the weather's beautiful like it is right now. Literally a perfect day. I took a picture, and it'll be the picture that's on this particular episode, so you'll see literally a perfect day. Um, Kids out here playing, man, and if there's kids playing softball, running the bases, it's a really an amazing day out here, and I'm so happy to see kids out here playing outside. Uh, Something that you really rarely see these days, unfortunately. And man, this is. I'm gonna just let the thoughts flow. I didn't necessarily come out here with an agenda or anything like that, and I do apologize for the train. It's gonna happen. Um, Sometimes I think it's very easy to get caught up into a routine, and this happened to me yesterday. Actually, I had a epiphany. Sometimes it's so easy to get caught up into a routine, and the routine is it can be. I always use the words constructive and destructive instead of good or bad. So um, that's just an FYI. Sometimes the routine is constructive. You know, you're hanging out with friends, whatever, laughing, having a blast, doing whatever. Sometimes it's something destructive where there's not a good outcome, right? It's a stressful situation, uh, arguing, bickering, quote unquote, debating, and there's many different groups you can find yourself in. I found myself in one, and it was weird how it happened. It happened gradual over time. Um, Maybe it just took me a long time to really realize that no matter how much I view myself as someone who's a critical thinker, somebody who I like peace. I love peace. I love peace more than anything. Not that I'm against conflict. Sometimes you have to, you know, step up, uh, take step up for yourself and, stand on your own too, 10 toes down or whatever. And that doesn't necessarily mean in a violent way, but like, you have to be assertive sometimes. I'm all about that. Um, the more I'm evaluating, uh, situations that happen in my life, things that I want to correct, behavior that I want to correct, just doing better. Like I said, my personal goal is to be the best version of myself that I can be, knowing that it's a journey and it takes time, but just, making small improvements. I started to see how toxic, um, specifically the X app, I'm going to be very specific. I don't want to say social media. I'm specifically say the X app because that's the situation I'm speaking to. Um, that place is very toxic, man. And it's like it's the kind of place where people go to be the absolute worst versions of themselves that they can be. It's anonymous. Uh, Nobody has to know your name. There's real people. These are real people. I'm not talking about the trolls. The trolls are gonna troll. I'm a troll in real life. It's different in real life. You're not as nasty. It's more sarcasm than trolling. But anyway, it's like specifically the X app, man. It's a very nasty place. The fact that there's kids on there, that's the thing that I was using. That's the excuse that I was using to, I mean, I think it's very important for everyone, but especially kids, to see that there's two sides to every coin, right? There's the trolling, not taking nothing serious, whatever, whatever. And then there's another side where there's respectful people, professional people that look like you, um, different perspectives on life. I think it's important to take those in, the perspectives. But yo, that X app though, man, it's like not even, it's not worth it to even be on there. Um, you're just inundated with so much negativity all the time. And over the last year, I found myself doing different things where I just like didn't want to participate, right? Like it's like I put my account on private, not because people that disagree with me were trying to communicate with me. That's not it. It was too much porn. Porn bots following you, and the porn bots is driving conversation crazy. And it's like I didn't want to turn my app on every day and see porn. And then it's the debates. Oh my goodness. Nothing wrong with debating when it's done in good faith, right? Like that's the purpose of a debate is to get a different perspective. That's what I thought, at least. That's how I always grew up. The purpose of a debate was to get a different perspective. See if somebody can articulate their point of view while you articulate your point of view. And then if it's something where people feel like they have to choose a side, you let the people choose. The point of a debate isn't I'm right and you're wrong, I'm going to squash you. Like that is crazy. Like that is wow. It really boggles my mind, man. Like how um I feel like we're going backwards as a species as far as communication. They go to train. My favorite song. It's crazy because there's these condos, apartment, other condos, like apartment, like luxury apartment condos, right by the train station, and I think I'm gonna end up moving there. I think I'm gonna end up moving there, so I'm gonna get very familiar with that sound. Anyway, so it's just becoming a very toxic place, man. Like there's been situations that have happened to my friends, things that they're leaking information from private conversations, trying to get you out the paint. People's getting fired. You can't even say certain things because somebody is waiting in the wings. Somebody waiting in the wings to screenshot something you said and then show it to your employer. Like, yo, that and so what happens with that is it's not like you're not being authentic, right? But there's some times where you may say things like in an off the cuff comment, right? Like an off the cuff comment. You don't mean harm. You know what I'm saying? You don't mean harm. It may just be your style of communication, how you talk, whatever the things you say, and it's stuff that you say to people all the time. But you say it on the internet in the wrong time, they coming for you, bro. You're gonna get got. And it's like I started to think about all. I've been thinking about all this stuff for a while, man. Like about the last year. And yesterday, I'm gonna be very specific in this because I think it's important. If you like, I'm being very specific, but this is a general point about constructive and destructive ways to communicate. Um, and this kind of stuff only seems to happen on that app. Or, I'm sure it happens on Facebook, whatever. It only seems to happen on this app specifically. So that's why I'm being specific. So yesterday, San Francisco 49er wide receiver got shot. These guys, man, I'm not even going to rant on that particular event. I'm gonna use that event to make a point or share my perspective. Not even make a point. I'm gonna use that to share my perspective. This guy got shot. This kid got shot. He's 23. Guess he was coming out of a store. They ran up on him. Give me your watch. Tried to get it. There was a tussle. He got shot. The other person got shot that tried to rob him got shot. The news broke yesterday. Obviously, the one of the I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Things about the X app is you kind of get news immediately. You know, you kind of get news immediately, and that's the thing that's kind of cool about the X app. So anyway, um, this kid gets shot. People are rushing to break the news and be the first, and so all this information that's not true is coming out. Whatever. People are arguing about I don't know what. I'm watching all this happen, and then because it's a particular season, so it's politics season. I'm not getting into politics. Don't worry. It's politics season. But what that means is everyone's on edge. Everyone's on edge, especially people that most of their communication with other people is on the internet. Everybody's on edge. Everybody's ready to fight. Everybody's ready to argue and defend their stance, whatever it may be. They're riding with Team Red or they're riding with Team Blue, and it's about to be a war of emotions and energy. It's an energy war. That's fire. I'm gonna say that it's an energy war, and both sides want to win. Period. And so this event happens yesterday with the receiver getting shot, and it becomes a politically charged discussion out of nowhere. And I'm sitting here like, yo, this kid got shot, and y'all are on here using it to fight for your side in this energy war. That is nuts, man. And that, honestly, out of all the things I've seen, it's not just one thing. It wasn't just that one thing, but that one thing kind of was like, oh, you know what? I'm done. I'm good. You know what? I'm done. I'm good. I get it. It's a cool app. I met some awesome people on there. I'm not saying I'll never go back. I don't know. One of the things I truly like to do is like when there's basketball being played, I like to live tweet during games. It's kind of fun. You can kind of see. It's like being at the game with other fans. You see their reactions and all that stuff. But even that's getting toxic. So it's like my desire to even want to be involved in that is kind of like waning. So I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Um, and I didn't mean for this to come off as a rant. I'm totally not ranting. I'm just sharing a opinion, a perspective. But so I'm done. I'm done because if you're, to me, I truly uh, value other perspectives and conversation with people and getting to know people, connecting with different kind of people from all over the world who we would never meet otherwise. And it's a really awesome opportunity to kind of get to see the world from other people's eyes every now and then with no judgment. Uh, there's no with no judgment at all. I think that's awesome, which is why I like the X app. But it's not a healthy place, and even me, I'm not excluding myself from this when I say what I'm about to say. Like it's not a healthy place. There's unhealthy people on there, and because of yep, you're welcome. A little soccer ball came near me. Anyway, it's an unhealthy place, unhealthy people, trying to cope during a weird energy war. So it's anonymous. Uh, it's just bad. It's just not a good place, honestly. It really isn't. So I'm done, and that's what this video is about. I'm done. Um, I'm not calling for anybody else to be done. Um, I'm just done. With that, if you have a different experience on there, that's a different one. That's not the experience I had. I've been on that app literally since it was created. Literally since it was created, it was an awesome app because you just like, what's a tweet? You know, um, and it's changed. The conversations have changed. The people have changed. I really think when politics got on there, it didn't used to be on there at all. But I think when politics got on there, and because people feel so strongly about their side, the fighting and stuff started. But that stuff started sort of bleeding over into the little different pockets of um, the X app. So anyway, I'm not going to be too long winded about it. 15, 16 minutes. Um, I'll just say, just to end this seriously, I'll just say, man, protect your peace, man. And that doesn't mean, hiding and shying away from from being assertive. I don't mean it in that way. I just mean it in a way like, if your peace, like peace is so important. I won't get into like all of the details, but like it's very hard to create abundance when you're not like peace. Like peace is not around. It's very hard because you're like in fight or flight mode. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do to make it happen. That's the brain chemicals working. But like protect your peace, man. Especially as we're getting older, stress does very damaging things to the body. Um, very damaging. I'm speaking from experience. It does very damaging things to the body, and yeah, that's my message, man. Protect your peace. You know what I'm saying? Try to find a constructive routine to do. That's part of this on a walk thing. That's what this is, and I wanted to share that with people. It's not a place where I get to tell people what to do or anything like that, or even insinuate that. It's just a place where this is me protecting my peace. This is how I cultivate peace in my life by walking and thinking. Sometimes not thinking. Just meditating. And so, protect your peace. You're in control. If the environment is toxic, leave the environment. You can leave. You don't have to stay. It doesn't even matter if it's somebody you love. I mean, I've been in that too, but I won't get into that now. But it's like it's easy for you to say, but like I'm speaking from experience. It's hard to leave. It really is. You get comfortable, you know. The train came in. That's basically God telling me to shut up. I'll just say this: it's hard to leave. You get comfortable. Um, it's not. You may not know what's about to happen next, but I just say if you're in that space where you're thinking about it's hard because it's comfortable, or you're not sure what's going to happen in the future, that's kind of exciting if you think about it. It's kind of exciting if you think about it because it's like you're basically saying, "Hey, this experience that I'm having, I don't want this anymore. I want something better." And you know what happens when we think like that, man? We serve the answer of prayers. I'll leave it at that. Y'all be love. Peace.